Welcome, welcome, welcome to our Gemini full moon meditation. Uh, this year is the last full moon of the year of 2024. So we're going to do a little meditation around the qualities of Gemini, but we're also going to weave in a little bit about the fact that this is our last full moon this year. So what has happened this whole year? We're going to kind of go through the months and see what epiphanies, what new ways of thinking, what have we learned? What do we want to communicate from these jewels that we have been able to receive throughout the year with this Gemini energy? We want to be able to communicate that. We want to be able to socialize. It's a very social sign, Gemini, but Gemini is an air sign. It's brilliant mind, able to kind of see a lot of the different pieces of one issue or of a particular area. And this full moon falls on 23 degrees of Gemini. So wherever you have 23 degrees in your chart, that's the house that's going to be affected. And so take a look at that in your astrology chart if you know how to do that, and then you can look on to see the house that it's going to fall in. And the full moon is a moon of bringing light to something. It creates awareness, creates epiphanies as well. And it's also a very celebratory moon. It's also kind of a very young, outward. We want to drum, we want to dance, we want to express. That's the full moon energy versus the new moon, which is more inward. It's more about communing with our divine soul, self, etc. So this full moon in Gemini, as we start to feel all of that celebratory energy and all of these creative new ways of thinking, we might want to look at these ways that we share our thoughts and the ways that we communicate, but that are congruent with the deeper truths, which is our Sagittarius new moon that we just had. So the deeper truths of our being, like what is in alignment with our greater truth, and can we come to terms with how we're thinking about something? Sometimes there's conflict, right? Sometimes these ways of thinking, it might be contradictory to what we thought before. We might become aware of different things. And so how do we align what our thoughts are, how we think about something in a way that is really in alignment and congruent with our truth, right? And sometimes with Gemini, it has the ability to hold contradictory information and thoughts and feelings about any particular thing, because we can do that in our heart. We can hold opposing views about something, and sometimes we come to resolution, and sometimes it takes us a minute. So this Gemini energy is really asking us in many ways. One of the things, because of course Gemini has a lot of different qualities, but one of the things as we're coming into the end of the year, of the annual year, how can we share, communicate, socialize, bring through our ideas of how we're thinking with a greater alignment of our deeper truths when in this Sagittarius energy that we've been in from the new moon. Yeah, so let's do our meditation. We're going to do just a few minutes of this full moon meditation, and to allow ourselves to receive the epiphanies, to receive the wisdom, to receive the frequencies of this full moon in Gemini. So let's just take a deep breath here And if you feel comfortable, you can close your eyes and allow yourself to be in a space where you won't be disturbed for a few minutes. Yeah, and so just let yourself breathe. Let yourself just come into your space. And one of the things that I love to do is I love to really just make my exhales audible. So if that feels good to you and you've been like bringing in sound, and I'm going to bring in probably some instruments, but we're going to keep it very light today, very short. So allow yourself as you're starting to breathe, as you're starting to really ground yourself, becoming present, letting go of all of whatever you were doing before, and even the little information that I was speaking about, just letting yourself drop into your body, and then making the exhales audible and with any sound that wants to come through. It could just be a sigh. Using sound allows ourselves to kind of transmute the deeper, denser vibrations. So sound is very powerful. So if that feels good for you, go ahead and do that as you connect with your breath and allowing yourself to just breathe. And then bringing your feet on the floor and rooting into the earth, like seeing roots, energetic roots coming from your soles of your feet or your root chakra or your sitting bones, and just letting them kind of go all the way into the earth, feeling yourself really held by the earth, really, really held here. Yeah, and allowing yourself to lean into your breath. And I'm actually going to say our prayer, which I didn't at the beginning, but we'll do it now. I always like to start with a prayer to the Great Mother, to Source, Oneness, the Mother Goddess. So just continuing to connect as I do this prayer to create a sacred space. Dear Mother, I bow my head, heart, and womb to you, for you are the creatrix and the creation. From your womb, the 10,000 things are born. I ask that you bring me close, awaken me, and keep me in your flow of divine grace. Hold me in your ecstatic presence where all veils are dissolved, leaving only your whispering truth as my teacher. Let me drink from your cup of mercy and merge with you into the annihilation of my being forever and ever, dear Mother. Just allowing yourself to feel the presence of the Great Mother, of the feminine, the oneness all around us, source, as well as within us, and feeling it in our breath. Just allowing yourself to then envision the full moon above us and the light of the full moon dripping lightly on our field, allowing us to be and receive the light of the full moon all around us. coming in through our crown and just allowing us to receive this light of the full moon. Noticing that with each breath, this light expands within us, expanding. Oh, expanding. Oh, expanding. Oh, yeah, just allowing that. To continue to expand until our inner sense of our inner world is expanding so much light, with so much light that the light is breaking through the physical barrier of a physical being and connecting with the outer light of the moon. So now seeing the moon and the moonlight all around us, but within us, we are also full of the light of the moon, right? So we're all completely full of this light, expanding, expanding, and feeling the moon expanding around us. And it's almost like we're sitting now, we're sitting in the full moon. We're sitting in the full moon. And it's within us and it's outside of us and it's all around us. Allowing ourselves to just breathe here as we receive and as we welcome the full moon and her wisdom to activate every single cell in our being, especially activating with the air sign in Gemini, activating our mental thoughts capacity, our mental capacity, our the thoughts, the ways that we think, the ways that we communicate that thinking, the ways and the capacity for us to hold contradictory thoughts, feelings, experiences at the same time. And so letting the moon activate the brilliance of our mind, and especially activating and really looking at these thoughts, the ways that we express, communicate, share, and just noticing if there's places where we're not congruent with our deeper truths, what we really deeply believe in our hearts. Like, where is our heart and our mind not congruent? And just noticing as we focus the light of the moon in our heart space now, coming down from our head womb to our heart womb, and just noticing and asking the light of the moon to show you, where am I not in alignment, where I'd like to be in greater alignment? Because the full moon has the ability to show us, right? To show us to come out of the dark and into our consciousness, into the light, and reveal new truths. So just allowing yourself to see and to notice. Or are there truths in your heart that you haven't been able to articulate, haven't been able to share with others, haven't been able to find the words that express these deeper aspects of your being, these deeper truths that are important to you? And so maybe welcoming that process, that experience during this full moon, allowing yourself to be supported in doing that with this lunation. So just taking a deep breath here. We continue to breathe with the moon's light, sitting in the moon, feeling her all around us. Then allowing yourself to come to our sacral womb, lower womb, lower abdomen area, bringing your hand there, and just connecting with her there, connecting the light, letting the light shine in this sacral womb. I'm just noticing what deeper truths are there that are wanting to be communicated with this lunation. What wants to be revealed to you about yourself, about your world, about your worldview, about how you see things, your unique expression. Yeah, and allowing yourself to just breathe into that. There's nothing to do. You're actually just being present with what's showing up, breathing, allowing, becoming familiar with these parts of yourself, and allowing the light of the moon to reveal, to reveal. And then you can take choice. You have choice in how you take action. You don't have to figure that out now. This lunation is all about revelation, mindset, communicating, expressing. That's in alignment with deeper truths. And just allow yourself to take a few more minutes here as we bring our right hand to our heart, left hand still on our abdomen, lower abdomen, sacral womb space, and just noticing here, noticing the connection between your deepest truth and your womb and your heart. And then from your heart, bringing both hands to your heart, breathing that in. And then bringing your arms to your head, not your arms, your hands. Arms up to your head, hands around your head, your skull, your head womb, your upper womb, connecting your head womb, hand on the crown chakra and on your heart, connecting your heart and your upper womb, your thoughts, so that your thoughts can be deeply, deeply grounded in truth, in essence. And then come back into really feeling your whole body and feeling the light of the moon within you and outside of you, and like you're sitting in the moon. As you allow her to reveal, to align, to activate these qualities within you. Yeah. So we're going to end here our full moon meditation in Gemini. And I'm going to have other meditations coming up, especially for the end of the year, and kind of closing our year in a very conscious way, conscious of what this year has held for us. And so stay tuned for that, and may you receive many, many blessings with this full moon. Peace.